Hello again. Um, let's try to keep this in some kind of structured manner. So let's start with talking about new players on online gaming, known as noobs, newbies, fresh meat, whatever you want to call them. And I want those people who are new to a game to understand that it doesn't matter your lot in life, it doesn't matter what kind of car you drive. When you're new, the lowest level in a game, you're a noob and you will be treated as if you don't know anything. Even if you ask questions and these questions are well founded and well thought out, you're going to be treated poorly. Trying to find the right words here. And that's kind of, comes with the territory. I mean, that's, everybody, I've been playing this game for 360 days. I know what I'm doing. You can't tell me nothing kind of mentality. And they see a newbie and the newbie asks a simple question, and I do this myself at times, read the instructions, read the information, try to find out everything you can about the game. YouTube is great for that. People put together videos that may help you. So if you're going in new, it's best to try to get some idea what the game is about before you try to interact. Unfortunately, noobs are, again, fresh meat, and they're meant to be ignored or dealt with harshly by some people. And, again, that's unfortunate. But you will find from time to time where, if the question is valid and well thought out, then you might get the right answer. Here's the warning with that, though. What may sound like the right answer might be the furthest thing from the truth. Some people enjoy giving false information. So be careful with the answers you receive and, take them all with a grain of salt. But remember, open chat is not your friend. And it's good a lot of times just to watch the open chat in the beginning and get an idea of the mentality of most of the people playing the game to find out who may be helpful, who might be spiteful, that sort of thing. And if you can avoid it in general, I would avoid it as much as you can. If there is a guild chat or a team chat or whatever in the game that you're playing, then hopefully those people will give you better information. Again, take everything with a grain of salt. Um, you know, uh, don't always believe what you hear or see. So, but they're less likely to give you the wrong information because in a guild, in that mentality, you're all trying to help each other. Now, of course, in a guild, you have a leader, and then you have people who um, are higher up on the food chain. And if the guild is truly helpful and a learning guild, they will help you as you move up the ranks. Give you the information that you need, make available to you uh, information that will be beneficial to you. I mean, because everybody can go, who's the best hero, or what's the best way to do this or that, but it's different for each player. It's different because uh, a lot of the heroes can be promoted. They can be enhanced. They can have different gear. They can have different skill strength, and then they have their own individual stats that makes them uh, the best choice in any given uh, scenario. So there's so many variables in a good role playing game that there is no one answer. And so you have to do the best that you can. One of my golden rules is if it works, keep doing it. If it stops working, try something else. It's just that simple. Now, throughout different games, there are certain things that are more beneficial, but you probably don't have the time and uh, money invested to move to that point, and you still have to work with what you have. And that's the important thing. You can dream all day you like, but all you want, but in the end, you only have the hand that you've been dealt, and you play it the best way that you can. You find what works, you find what doesn't work, and you move on from there. As a noob, um, plays the game for a few days or a few months or a few years, of course, that's going to reflect on their age within that. It's going to reflect on their uh, rank, on their ranking in the game, and their ranking in the guild, and all that. But doesn't take away that uh, interaction from people who think they're more knowledgeable because they've played longer. And you still have to be careful in the interaction with those people because on the surface they may seem friendly and harmless, but they don't have your best interests in mind. And some of them don't even hide it. So, I mean, if you have problems with people telling you you're worthless, that you don't know what you're doing, online gaming may not be uh, the games for you to play. Um, you might want to go with a game that doesn't have as much interaction. But if you do have live chats, or if you're in a game that you actually use a different messenger to communicate with the people that you're working with, you got to be guarded with the way you interact with them because, again, they don't always have your best interest in mind. So that's just kind of a cautionary note for noobs. You know, play the game. What works works for where you're at as far as level, and just try to learn more. Now, if you can't get that from your game, or the game doesn't have a guild chat, or the guild chat is one of those scrolling madness things where you can't tell what the topic was, excuse me, you may want to look towards some YouTube videos about the specific game that you're playing. And even then, that doesn't always get you the answers that you need, but it gets you an idea. And again, observing tends to work better than asking questions. Usually, in a typical RPG game, you'll have really a set of mini games, and through those mini games, you earn things to make your team stronger. And these mini games don't necessarily all play by the same rules. I mean, they're designed to um, uh, deliver specific rewards. So some are easier than what you would find in a different mini game. So if you go in and you go into this certain mini game and man, you're killing it. Oh, I got the best team ever. And then you go to another mini game, you're going to find out that that team may not be as effective because in those earlier mini games where they do try to feed you, experience and gear and things like that, that difficult rating or difficulty rating is much lower than one where you're actually doing a PvP or a player versus player, either alive or just your characters you used in the particular mini game. You're going to find that a lot of the things I talked about earlier, as far as the experience of the character or team, and how they're geared and how they're skilled and what you know uh, attributes they have, uh, may act differently when you're going up against another player who has chosen to tailor his particular set of heroes differently. Because if you uh, one of the favorite things of a game that I play is I always see where early on people will get all tanks, because they think power kills. Well, power doesn't. Usually, power is slow. Okay, so not only does it take time for it to attack, it takes time for it to regenerate. And so, a balanced line will have a defensive characteristic, a supportive characteristics that actually helps those heroes with power regenerate faster. And then also, depending on where the character appears in the lineup, tells you, you know, whether he's going to be attacked first or if he's going to be able to charge up before he actually does his attack. And there's all sorts of different things. There's area of attack. There's all kinds of things. So you have to really try to get into the mindset of what the developer was trying to do, um, and usually a balanced line will try to help you with that. Again, power isn't everything. You can have all kinds of power and you can be dead in seconds. So, uh, try to do that. Again, I'm a smoker, so forgive me for coughing. The other thing with early in the game is that you're going to get frustrated. You're going to get to a point where you lose. Usually, if you get to a point where you lose, you back up, you play some of the other mini games where you can get experience, you can get gold, you can get items or gear and make your heroes stronger. And it stinks, but unless you're going to throw money at the screen, that's the best way to do it. Just back off from wherever you are, build your team, make them stronger, and then try again. Again, if it kills or if it works, keep doing it. And if it doesn't, stop and try something different. All right. Now, again, this is about interaction with people, not so much the gaming itself. So, what's going to happen during this time is that some people, especially if you're in a guild that's trying to move up the food chain, they may get frustrated with your play and either do one of two things or one of several things. They may tell you what to do, they will try to play your hand, so to speak. Show me your guys. This is who you use. This is how you do it. Or they just may belittle you enough until either you quit or they kick you out. And again, it's a game. Learn from it. Try again. Don't take it personal. You don't know these people in real life. You don't know these people other than for the moments that you're playing the game. What they say doesn't reflect on you most of the time. But that's another topic I'll talk about later for certain personalities in the game. But if you're genuinely there to play the game, do the best you can. Don't take it to heart. Learn, get stronger, play more. All right, that end this one again. Like or subscribe, and have a good day.